Let's do it. Marvel Netflix shows, they are coming to Disney Plus on March 16th. They will also be adding parental controls due to the mature content, which paves way for R-rated content.
So a lot of people are saying, oh, this is for Deadpool. This is for Deadpool. And I was like, yeah.
Yep, that was my first thought, was Deadpool 3.
Deadpool. If you've seen The Punisher, The Punisher is more brutal than Deadpool. Just any Punisher.
Well, the glass one where he shoves the guy.
Glass one, yeah. That guy actually tweeted, Ben Barnes is his name. He's in Shadow and Bone. Yeah, he tweeted, he's like, all right, hooray, or whatever. And even Deborah Ann Wolf, who plays Karen Page from all the series, he was like, yay. And then Vincent D'Onofrio was like, yay. So they were all tweeting at it.
Yeah. Almost as if there's something going to be happening.
Yeah, they're all excited for it. And then I believe Charlie Cox says that it's good that they're doing this because he believes Daredevil is better suited for like R-rated content.
It is. Yeah, he is. All the Defenders in general would be better as well. I mean, most comic books, if you want to be brutal like they were in the comics, would be good R-rated. Yeah. Like that's what kind of makes all comic books cool is you have like brightly colored stuff, but with like comic books you have that sort of thing, and then you have murder. Like you have Wolverine going inside of Hulk after he eats him, and then tearing Hulk out from the inside.
Having the Blob eat a dead wasp and saying it tastes like chicken.
So. Yeah, the comics are brutal, so like that's R-rated content, and yet they're colorful uniforms, and that's what makes comic books so interesting. So I am totally fine with Disney being associated with some R-rated content if that means getting to see Daredevil truly beat the crap out of somebody, Punisher truly going to be a Punisher.
Moon Knight destroying people. Like he says he's put his whole self into.
He called it his baby.
Yeah, there's a bunch of. I mean, there was a quick like rumor that Punisher might appear in Moon Knight, which makes sense. They have passed, but. There's this one shot in the comics where Frank Castle's right next to Mark Spector, and they're both in costume or whatever. And Frank Castle goes, "Hey, how's your fake god?" And Mark Spector goes, "How's your dead family?" So so like brutal, but they're still funny. They're just the brutal people that do the right thing the wrong way.
Well, I mean, it seems like they are. It sounds like they're trying to bring people in, revamp them. And we brought up, or we have it down here. Christian Ritter was seen on Instagram with bluish black hair and a leather jacket.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what the Instagram post said. It obviously probably didn't have anything Jessica Jones related. Maybe she just posted a picture of herself smiling,
feeling
with
nostalgic,
blue hair, with the blackish blue hair and just the leather vest. Oh, I'm just decided to wear this today right after the announcement of.
Just happened to. Yeah. Just a coincidence.
Probably the second best portrayed character on there.
Looks wise, she's probably one of the most accurate looking to the comic book character that I've ever seen in like any Marvel movie or show.
For sure. Yeah.
Like, she just looks
like Jessica Jones.
She just looks like her. She could be terrible and be like, nope, that's Jessica Jones.
Yeah.
Just look just like her. It's creepy absolutely. How much she looks.
And she's got the like sass and like the no bullshit kind of Jessica Jones vibe. Hopefully we see her in She-Hulk as a private investigator for a Jennifer Walters.
I think they're going to want to move forward with She-Hulk. So I think we're going to see a lot of stuff in She-Hulk. I think She-Hulk's going to be a character they want to move like big plans for.
Yeah. Big shoes to fill.
Well, massive shoes to fill. Actually, like just huge green shoes. Yeah. So
everyone's like, oh, all right, they're moving Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, Iron Fist, the Defenders, and Punisher over. And everyone's like, but Iron Fist sucks. And I was like, yeah, okay, Iron Fist does suck. Iron Fist was bad, right? Yeah. We can admit that. The second season was better than the first season, but that's because the first season was made by the same dude that made Marvel's Inhumans, which is never talked about ever. Nobody pays attention to the comics right now. And in February last month, they released a new run of Iron Fist comics where a character by the name of Lin Lee, who is known as the Swordmaster, he trained under Shang-Chi, and then eventually he got the Iron Fist from Danny Rand. He's like passed down to him as his like protege. So they do not have to redo Iron Fist.
Just say it's Lin Lee instead of Danny Rand.
Lin Lee now, Danny Rand instead of Danny Rand. And actually, Finn Jones played a really good Danny Rand. It's just he did not play a really good Iron Fist. So,
almost as if he refused to do choreography and training.
Or trainer at all.
Yeah.
So, but he played a good Danny Rand.
So he's a good actor who just doesn't want to put in the work, basically.
Yeah. So,
I mean, you kind of did answer this for me, but like when I was looking up research on this, because I agree with you, like Iron Fist wasn't the worst thing. Like it's not as bad as people say it is. Like it wasn't
not Marvels
great.
and Humans,
right? It's not
bad.
Not as like not the New Mutants, you know.
Yeah. Okay. Good one. That's a good one too. Not Dark Phoenix, but I mean.
Right. It's not Black Widow. It's
it's not Thor: The Dark World. Listen, like it's not Fan Four Stick. Come on.
Right. It's like it's really not really on those levels of badness. It's not a great. It's not. It's like kind of, it's the opposite of that whole like just because something is said is really good can mean it can be really good, but if you say it's like great, it's overrated. It's underrated. Like we're not saying it's good.
Yeah.
But we're also not saying it's the worst Marvel product ever put out because that would be underrating it.
Yeah, and you're comparing it with Daredevil.
Yeah.
Right? You're comparing it with Daredevil. You're comparing it with Jessica Jones, all these projects that came first.
They're also comparing it to Iron Man. They're comparing it to Avengers. They're comparing it to Loki. Like, they're comparing it to the best as opposed to just accepting it as is.
Right. And if you get all of these characters in the MCU, what can Feige do with them? The Netflix Daredevil was... Yeah, the Netflix Daredevil, all those Netflix Marvel things were not produced by Disney. They're just like, we're going to give you the rights to make some film, make some shows. Good luck.
Have at it.
Yeah.
See if you can be successful with it.
Yeah, and they did well, and then Marvel's like, you know what? Shit, we want them back now.
We want most of them back.
Yeah.
But so I was doing some research on it. You and I were talking, and people were actually like talking about it on Twitter, talking about Iron Fist. And Lin Lee, it might just be the art style, but like when I hear the name, doesn't sound like it sounds like an Asian name.
Yeah.
But when I looked at the art style, looked at him, I was like, Swordmaster, okay, yep, that's the right guy. It looks like a white guy. And I was like, that doesn't seem right. Like, I thought he was supposed to be an Asian guy.
Yeah, I mean, you can't. It's hard to tell. Place of birth, Shanghai, China.
Right, yeah.
Citizenship, Chinese.
There you go.
Yeah, I don't know.
He looks... I think that they have to cast an Asian guy to play Lin Lee.
Yeah, I mean, you bring him in through...
But the reason I asked was the art style.
You bring him in through Shang-Chi's world.
Yeah,
right?
I agree.
So that's what we said. That's what we said.
We said that from the beginning.
You bring him in through Shang-Chi's world. So.
Have Shang-Chi True introduce it.
Punch one of those rings right out of the sky, and Shang-Chi would be like, what the hell? Like,
right. Now you could have him team up with Shang-Chi and Shang-Chi 2.
Have him kick Shang-Chi's ass, and then have Shang-Chi go to him and be like, there's a bigger threat. We need to defeat it together.
Right, you could have him not understand who he's fighting, similar to like the Luke Cage thing.
Yeah.
Where he fights Luke Cage.
What's up with your fist? And then
he launches Luke Cage.
Yeah. Iron Fist is like doing his martial arts, trying to like punch him and stuff. Nothing's happening. He's like, what are you doing? And then he's like, it's like,
yeah. You could easily do something where he's just easily blocking him with the rings, and all of a sudden, just maybe he's fighting with a sword, and then he gets the sword out of his hand, and then instead of fight, he's like, now that he doesn't have the sword, Shang-Chi lets his guard down because he thinks he doesn't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
Charges up the fist. Yeah. Could definitely do something like that.
Especially if you want to get into like the dragon lore.
Yeah.
You got Shao Lao, you have the Ancient Protector, you've got Fin Fang Foom, I assume coming up sometime. So
I would assume so.
Yeah.
Those are pretty big names to not do, especially with technology now able to portray them well.
Yeah. The fact that people are freaking out, like, don't bring Iron Fist back. It's like, there's a new Iron Fist.
Yeah, bring Iron Fist back, just do it the right way and bring him in with Shang-Chi. Just like bring Shang-Chi into the MCU, preferably through Spider-Man if you can, but sounds like he's going to be through, I would say, Secret Invasion or something along those lines, considering Shang-Chi, because he was with Miss Marvel and Hulk and Wong.
Captain Marvel,
yeah.
Because Miss Marvel's got the same things as he does.
Yeah, so they had to change that up quick. just real quick for like 8 months.
Just real quick. Yeah.
Real quick.
It's releasing in 2021, people.
It was supposed to. It was supposed to release before Christmas. That's all we got for the Netflix shows. We had a lot to say there because we like those shows. Joe's one of favorite people is his Iron Fist. Yeah. So also you got some Iron Fist comics as well. Yeah. So we wanted to talk about that, and I hope they bring them all back. Just do it the right way. And I do think it is also to pave the way with Deadpool 3.
Yeah.